Welcome to Gnorc Cove. It's the first level of Gnorc Nexus, and it introduces a new gameplay mechanic that I quite like. It also has sort of a spike in difficulty in relation to other levels. See these big fat guys with the aprons? Those barrels they're throwing, you can knock them around, it's pretty fun. And they explode violently for whatever reason. So basically, this game becomes a really difficult pseudo-shooter, that's what I'm going to call it. Because of the aiming, well, it auto-aims quite a bit. It's still kind of annoying to get at like the threshold where it'll actually hit the enemy and not just go in the wrong direction. Because the movement isn't exactly smooth in this game. Well, it is for a PlayStation game, but I mean for like now. Also, the exploding barrels, and sometimes the regular barrels, destroy these the lock boxes, which provides some interesting gameplay mechanics, is what I'll say. That's what I'm going to call it. That guy's holding TNT. This can only end bad for him. And for us too. Look at those boxers. I don't think we needed to see this. Okay, well, now that we killed him, the world's a better place and we can move on. Or we can do this. And then that. And a little bit of that. That's demonstrating how to incorrectly play this game. If they don't have metal aprons, they just blow up instantly. They don't show us their undergarments like this guy. That is quite disgusting. This is Donkey Kong now. Or at least that's what I assume Donkey Kong plays like, jumping over barrels. I could be entirely incorrect. Also, we need some butterflies. This isn't working.
Keep up the good work, Spyro. I expect Nasty's really starting to worry about you.
I'd be shaking in my Gnorc boots if I were him.
I wonder where you get Gnorc boots. I mean, like, there's boots and then there's Gnorc boots. I assume you'd probably want to buy Gnorc boots at Gnorcstrom's. No? No, that was terrible? Yeah, that was terrible, wasn't it? I'm sorry. Anyway, I think that we've seen that dragon before, but I could be wrong. I vaguely remember the name Latif. That dragon is a distant relative of Queen Latifah. This may or may not be accurate. And I accidentally landed on this platform. Not a problem, not a problem. Let's get this chest and go in that boat. This is not a reference to I Am on a Boat, which is a terrible song from a terrible television show for terrible people. And that was an entirely unintentional double rat kill, but I'm gonna claim that I did that on purpose. More boxers. Just what I wanted. Spyro doesn't want to get near him, so we're just gonna do that. I nearly fell off into the water again. That'd be quite tragic, wouldn't it? There's a ton of butterflies over here, presumably from the rampant throwing of TNT. What an environmental disaster that is. What are these guys doing anyway? They're just rolling seemingly infinite supplies of barrels. This can't be good for the environment, and it's probably not that economically beneficial. I mean, explosives and metal are expensive things. You can't just be tossing them into the ocean like this. Also, that's what happens if you ram the TNT. It doesn't shoot, it just kind of explodes in your face. Kind of like that jump. That jump just exploded in my face. Those guys look like giant jerks, so it's always satisfying to knock them off their stupid little barrel perch. And this whole not having sparks thing is not working out. We better find a rat soon. But first, let's have some more Donkey Kong action. Again, this may or may not be representative of Donkey Kong. Well, there's some butterflies back there, or at least there were, so now we have an excuse to go back. This isn't backtracking, this is demonstrating parts of the game. Yep, there's a rat. And another rat. Let's get both of them. Never hurts to have an extra hit. That's much better. It always sucks having to pick up gems without sparks. Spyro's kind of a lazy dragon, and he refuses to reach out for any gems near him. He'll just kind of casually saunter between them, even if they're almost touching each other. And that's how a pro gets treasure in Spyro. We have a bridge here, with a lot of the wrench jerks. Unfortunately, that doesn't quite work out, so we have to ram that one. It's still quite satisfying to see them chain explode.
Wow! I never thought I'd be rescued, especially by such a little dragon. What I mean is, I always believed in you, Spyro!
You gotta believe!
I'm not sure what to say. That may have been the greatest example of voice acting in a modern video game ever. Well, this isn't really modern, but like, still, that was something. I'm not even going to try to replicate that. I'll just let that exist on its own. If you have ADHD and you play this game, you probably want to see lots of chains of these guys exploding. And they oblige us. That was quite fun. I'm not sure what this big hole is here, but I assume it's for some barrel throwing purpose. This is like to demonstrate the versatility of barrels, I guess. We killed both of the disgusting boxer-bearing weird guys that are really fat. There's also branching paths, but they all end in dead ends, so they're not really that branching. But everything in life is a dead end, isn't it? And we just got hit by the explosion of TNT. Now in future occurrences where we may encounter TNT, we will not hit the TNT, for we know of its mighty power. I'm gonna stop talking like that, it's probably annoying. Okay, we got all the treasure in this branch, we can head to the other one. Let's hope we guess the right one, and we don't have to backtrack or something. Yep, it's a big empty room with some gems. That's really interesting level design right there. I won't fault them for it, because this level is pretty big and there's a lot going on, so there's only so long you could work on a level before you start wasting time. Steamy. Let's not fall in that terrible looking pink pit. When I was young, I used to think that wherever you jumped off that, you'd make it. That's very wrong. You have to jump at the correct spot where the gap is shortest. This kind of logic eluded me for many years. This game just loves showing us boxers, doesn't it? That's good, because I like seeing them. We just need 10 more gems, and hopefully we'll find them, and we do. That was Gnorc Cove. Not sure where the actual cove was, but there was some boats and a hole in the water. Maybe that's like some kind of cove. One of the heads opened, and we can go to Twilight Harbor. This has nothing to do with the popular Stephanie Meyer series. If that disappoints you, please leave. See you next time.